In your headlines, Honorable Kyle Knowles gives us a better insight on the ongoing dump matter. The TCSPCA shares several other ways we can avoid having our pets euthanized. And Jamilo Ismay has won his appeal against his life sentence and conviction for murder. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Friday, February 4th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. In today's top story, the COVID-19 death toll continues to climb, and it is revealed that among the number of elderly persons passing due to symptoms of the virus, it's reported that some of the latest deaths have been confirmed as younger persons. Newswatch with the latest.
The TCI has seen an alarming increase in its COVID-19 death toll between December and present. Government says its spread is the result of a mixture of the increase in travel throughout the holidays, family and larger event gatherings, as well as the confirmation of the presence of the Omicron variant, which is cited for its ease of transmission. Since December, the TCI has recorded a total of 10 deaths between the end of the month and February 2022. And while many are reported to be elderly persons presenting with comorbidities or pre-existing health conditions, there are younger to middle-aged adults being reported as well. The Ministry of Health just today reported the country's 35th COVID-related death of an unvaccinated elderly patient with chronic medical conditions who died on Thursday. Newswatch also learns of a young individual who was flown abroad for medical aid, however, passed today, February 4th. The individual is not listed under the TCI's COVID-19 related deaths as they were not in country at the time of death. Almost 2 weeks ago, the death of another younger individual was reported on Grand Turk, and before that, the death of another middle-aged person. While we continue to place emphasis on protecting the elderly, we must also keep in mind younger adults with pre-existing medical conditions as well, especially in light of the revelation of the Omicron variant's existence in country. Newswatch sends condolences to those families.
Honorable Kyle Knowles says one of his top priorities in the Wheeling constituency is to have the plaguey problem of the arbitrary landfill permanently corrected, and in an exclusive with Honorable Knowles, he gave us a better insight on the matter. Here's more. The Honorable Knowles thoroughly explained to Newswatch the issues that have been occurring at the dump here in Providenciales, and clarifying that the smoke and fog that was covering the Wheeling constituency was not due to a fire.
Well, currently, or what was reported last in the news lines was of a fire. But after investigating it with the Minister of Health and his team, it was identified that it wasn't a fire, but there were hotspots that were created. A hotspot is not evident of a fire, but it was just areas that began to smolder, and smoke of sorts would have been coming out of those areas. So it wasn't a fire, and they were able to address it quickly. It took a day or two to really deal with the entire situation, but I was assured that going forward they would pay more attention to it while we work on the current permanent fix, and I'm sure persons would have heard me talk about that on various mediums. So we're definitely monitoring it on a daily basis.
Honorable Knowles shared his opinion on what a long-term solution to the landfill's ongoing problem would be.
Personally, there are a number of ways that we can currently remedy this problem. While I'm not a technical person in this field, we have to leave that up to the technocrats or the persons who specialize to come up with the best fit solution, because what I want persons to understand is that while the solid waste facility in Providenciales is a current problem or concern for many of us as residents and my constituents, we are looking to remedy the problem for the entire Turks and Caicos. So we want to make sure that whatever solution we come up with is the best fit for not just Providenciales, but the entire Turks and Caicos.
He explained that his perspective on the dump issue is that it's been a problem for a very long time.
I am a resident of the constituency, So when my constituents reach out to me, I am fully aware of what's happening because I am going through the same problem as them. At this point, I just want to work hard and diligently to have it fixed. Whatever that fix may be, I am committed to doing so. And it's not a situation where a blind eye has been turned to it. It's just that we have to remember our government has just come into office, shy of a year, coming February 19th. And there's a lot of work to be done, and I have been doing my part. But again, when these outbreaks do happen, it tends to draw attention to the problem again. So we're working diligently, and I remain committed to making sure that it's fixed permanently. Before the next election cycle.
Honorable Knowles elucidated on the realistic effect of the dump issue on the residents of the Wheeling constituency, sharing how his main objective is to create a solution.
Speaking as a resident myself again, we just want it fixed. However it's fixed, we just need it fixed, and they want it fixed now. So like I said before, I am on the ground, daily if needs be, to make sure that the proper oversight and management of it is being carried out. But once it's fixed, I'm sure that we can look back and appreciate some of the hard work that is currently going on to have it remedied. So, but in saying that, we will be looking at short-term resolutions or short-term measures in that time frame. What they are at this point, I'm not at liberty to say, but we are looking at a short-term measure as well as the long-term fix.
He told Newswatch that he's currently working on collaborative efforts to bring about a permanent fix.
Well, currently the organization that we are working with currently is the Caribbean Development Bank. They have put in place they have allocated funding towards a consultancy. The consultancy is to look at the long-term measures, like I said prior, and whatever that design may be for the permanent fix. So we are collaborating with an organization, and again, collaborating with an organization, not having that body here in Turks and Caicos, there are different constraints that we have to work with, but we are working towards it, and we have a wonderful team doing just that. So we're working, we're progressing, we are progressing, but again, it's the push. We have to make a bigger push, which we are doing at this point.
In an interview with members of the opposition, they suggested implementing a renewable energy method to combat the dump issue as they were reviewing in their term. And here's what Honorable Carl Knowles said in response.
Again, that's their opinion, and I appreciate their opinion. But again, they're not technocrats. They're not the ones on the ground dealing with this matter. So I would wait to hear what the consultants have to say. We all have our own opinions, and we welcome everyone's opinion. But until we can look at a comprehensive plan that will encompass fixing the entire problem for the country, that is what I will be supporting. And as soon as we get that, or come to what that resolution will be, we will share it with the entire Turks and Caicos, and I'm sure our government will be able to execute.
Finally, as MP and resident of the Wheeling constituency, Honorable Kyle Knowles shared that he's had to understand that these matters take time, and in taking time, he is committed to the overall implementation of a solution for the dump.
We are, again, committed to the overall implementation of we're looking to the overall implementation of the plan, whatever it may be. But again, it is a nuisance to the wider constituency, and I feel your pain because I'm going through it with you. So of course, it's not something that I'm turning a blind eye to. And even if I were not living in the constituency, my heart is still in the Wheeling constituency. So I would definitely make sure that we fix this as quickly as we possibly can. But I just want to thank them for being understanding. And with the upcoming town hall meeting on February 16th, I will be in a better position to give a little bit more timelines or time frames to what we were able to accomplish thus far.
Don't go anywhere. More News Watch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Jamilo Ismay, who was convicted of a 2020 murder, has won his appeal against his life sentence and conviction. More in this report.
3 months shy of 1 year since he was convicted for the murder of Gautier Pitjot, Jamilo Ismay is now a free man. This week, the Court of Appeal freed the convicted man after persuasive arguments by his attorney, Lara Marouf-Mazik, who was also his trial attorney last year. Ismay was sentenced to serve life in prison with parole after 30 years. That sentence was handed down on April 28, 2021, by Justice Shiraz Aziz in the Grand Turks Supreme Court. On April 19th, he had been unanimously convicted by a 12-member jury of the March 11, 2020 murder of Pitjot, just outside the gates of the deceased victim's place of employment, Beach Enclave. The execution-style killing and expression used by the trial judge was all caught on CCTV cameras mounted outside of the resort. Evidence revealed during the trial indicated that at about 10:26 a.m. on March 11, 2020, 2 men exited a vehicle, and one of the gunmen, alleged to be Ismay, approached the victim and opened fire, shooting him 7 times. Pitjot succumbed to his injuries while being treated at the Cheshire Hall Medical Center. Ismay has maintained his innocence throughout the trial. The appellate judges will soon be releasing their written judgment in the case, explaining in detail why they overturned Ismay's conviction and sentence. We'll bring you those details at that time. For PTV Newswatch, I'm Delana Isles.
Robberies continue on Providenciales, where Newswatch obtained surveillance of one of the latest heists to have taken place at a popular convenience store. Here's more.
The Rooster Black convenience stores are no strangers to gun-wielding criminals who have in the past targeted at least 2, if not all, of the businessman's establishments, located throughout a number of settlements across Provo, including 5 Keys, Q-Town, and the Bight. This time, shopkeepers at Q-Town were the latest victims. However, unlike times in the past, they were able to get a bit of information that may bring the thieves to justice. Masked robbers pulled up in a small, light-colored Nissan March at sundown on Tuesday evening and are seen here on surveillance video entering the establishment and pointing a gun straight at the cashier, who is seen counting money upon their arrival. She quickly excuses herself from behind the counter, where the other thief in blue made his way behind the register, almost cleaning it of its monetary contents, before getting away in that vehicle. There's been no word on how much the assailants were able to nab. However, the ignorant criminals reversed the getaway vehicle up against the building upon arrival, giving the surveillance cameras a clear view of the vehicle's license plate number, which read 39909. If you are familiar with this vehicle or its owner, you're asked to call police to leave tips anonymously. Robberies have kept law enforcement extremely busy over the last 2 months after a major spike coming down to the end of 2021 into the new year. Murders and robberies were increasing rapidly, and officials are appealing for the help of the public to assist in making our communities safer.
Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your 3-day weather forecast. Sister Craft Market Souvenir Shop. Come and visit us for your travel keepsakes, keychains, artwork, t-shirts, clothing, jewelry, and many more. We're located at the Lower Bight gas station in Providenciales, and you can contact us at 649-341-3070. That's 649-341-3070. Sister Craft Market and Souvenir Shop.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to News Watch. Here's the latest in your 3-day weather forecast. Here's your 3-day weather forecast. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 73, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. On Sunday, sunshine and clouds mixed, high 79, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 74, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 74, winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Purd and Pine Key on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Finally, on Monday for Providenciales, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 73, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:26 a.m., sunset 5:42 p.m., and for your high tides and low tides, high tides 10:41 a.m., 11:12 p.m., and low tides 4:34 a.m., 4:54 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. As stray dogs remain a problem here in the TCI, Newswatch conducted an interview with the executive director of the TCS-PCA, where she spoke about several other ways we can avoid having our pets euthanized. Susan Blair, executive director of the TCS-PCA, shared her thoughts on the dog control ordinance passed by the government, more specifically pointing out the alternative of humanly euthanizing strays.
Some pet owners are very, very concerned that their dogs or cats may go in a trap and be euthanized. But we do understand that there has to be some control of the stray dogs, and people who are owners of dogs and cats should really, the first thing is to make sure that they're vaccinated and healthy, but then also to spay and neuter, which is the way to control the actual stray animal population.
She told Newswatch that she's gotten numerous complaints, majority from tourists who believe the ordinance should not be the solution to the problem.
That has been a concern, and I will be honest, when the release went out, it sort of went viral, and we obviously have a lot of visitors from North America, and they are usually pet owners, so it has been somewhat of a negative actual backlash, where we've even had some comments where tourists who usually visit here will maybe make another choice now and go to another island. So we are trying to reinforce, though, that there are ongoing animal actual programs here where we are controlling that stray population in the right way. But I think it is something, it has been also a positive reaction from owners on the island, that we've probably sold more collars and also many more tags since that actual release has been issued by government. So it is good that these pet owners are taking responsibility.
Blair shared alternative methods as to how the problem of strays in the Turks and Caicos can be combated instead of euthanizing.
This has always been a major concern here. A number of years ago, we knew that we had a stray dog population because there were no programs in place that were sustainable. And I'm talking, we're going back to the late 1990s, early 2000. So this is when government realized that there was a problem, and it did affect tourism, but also owners of dogs and cats needed to actually be responsible as well. So this is when the SPCA was contracted by government to work on a program, and what we learned very quickly is there's not one fix. You have to do a multi-pronged actual program. So because of that, we worked with government and introduced the feral dog actual program, but it included spay neuter of pets, education, also legislation. We did talk at one point about opening a shelter, but we realized that we could not cope with that. There were too many animals, but also the humane control of the actual stray population. And it was very successful, and government has now been working on that program as well since about 2006.
Susan shared what her thoughts would be if the government were to organize a mass spay and neuter clinic throughout the islands.
That has been done before in the past, where they brought in some teams, multiple vet teams, to offer that. And it was done under the Animal Welfare Committee. I'm not sure where they are on that again, but the SPCA we do our actual clinics every year. The only year we haven't done it was because of COVID, but we do go to the family islands as well, and I'm just in the middle of now organizing clinics on North and Middle, South Caicos and Grand Turk, and also Provo. We really would like to be able to offer it more, because we know people do want their animals to be spayed and neutered. So we have a list on any given day of about 100 owners. It's just being able to offer the services. And there is another group on the island called that they're called SNP, and they are offering spay-neuter as well, as much as they can. So, but there is a need, to do it more.
She later told Newswatch that the SPCA has made past collaborative efforts with the government to educate residents and pet owners on the benefits of properly caring for their pets and the practice of spaying and neutering.
Under different directors from agriculture, 1 year we went to the schools and did a whole classroom, and I've been to Grand Turk with some of my volunteers, and we've spoken to like 300 children. And it's there to talk about how to look after your pet, how to make sure they're fed and watered, spayed and neutered, and they're healthy. We are hoping that we can do that again, launch it again. Unfortunately, a lot of these programs all went into lockdown as well. But from an SPCA point of view, we do it every day.
Blair explained that the SPCA has been very busy this week, receiving up to 15 pet owners per morning, where they take the opportunity to teach them how to properly maintain their animals.
This is where we teach people that their dogs should be collared, and we do sell collars, and we can also make actual tags. I think we're the only place on the island that can do the personalized tags, and that's why we've been really busy this week. And also we sell a leash, because a dog on a walk, an owned dog, should always be on a leash as well. As far as keeping your animals contained on the property, I did notice that it said in the release that they should be fenced, but we do know that fencing here is really expensive. The average person can't afford to fence in their property. So we recommend that they get a lightweight tie-out, which you can purchase from us or from Do It Centre. And this is the safest way to keep your dog on your property.
Blair also shared with us that from this interview and press release regarding the ordinance, she hopes for it to be revised and be more geared towards educating the public to bring about a changed culture.
Our hope is from this latest press release that government now will do some more press releases that are more geared to educating. And unless you educate people and change cultures, then you're never going to win this war. So we've got to get people on board, and the SPCA, I feel we've done a really good job on that. But more could be done.
Finally, Susan elucidated on her message to the public in regards to safeguarding their pets from being euthanized and to consider the non-shelter approach as done by the SPCA regularly.
I hope government will do more actual programs maybe and talk to the public more. But they do need to keep their animals safe on their property. A dog should have a collar and a tag. And as I said, we do sell them. And also I have spoken to government, because part of that ordinance is that you should actually license your pet. And so I asked yesterday if that was available, because the license would be a piece of paper license and also a tag. But at the moment, government is not set up to do that, but they are trying to start it again. So that would really help.
That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Penales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.